Graphic designing, Miss Lynn, is not really just a graphic designing. When I started to learn graphic designing, you can tell to yourself it's easy. But when you perform on it, it's hard. The number one, really, Miss Lynn, is that I've seen lots of VAs ignore this one, but this is really, really important.
Graphic design is not something everyone can do, and for business owners, it's not something you should be doing. It requires imagination, creativity, passion for design, and most importantly, time. So in order to succeed in business, we as business owners need to protect our time and choose what to spend our time on wisely. That is why outsourcing your graphics work to a virtual assistant can be both time and cost saving for your business. Hi, it's 𝗩𝗏𝗡𝗡 here, founder of Outsourcing Angel, and in today's episode, you will learn from our very own virtual assistant, 𝗟𝗡𝗧𝗦, who's been with us for over 6 years and have helped clients with all things graphics from brochures, logos, social media, and more. Learn what it's like to hire a VA from the Philippines and what to look out for when hiring a graphic designer for your business. Hi Alaila, and welcome to the show. How are you?
Hello, Miss Lynn. I'm good. I'm fine, and I'm happy today.
Yes,
I miss you. I miss you so much.
I'm so happy to see all your pandas on the back. That is your... Yeah. Tell us a little bit about your fetish with pandas.
Like, it's really my collection, Miss Lynn. Like, this is really what I love the most to collect, because I started to like pandas when my father died. I think way back 2015, because the first toy that I seen in mall when my father died is the panda, and when I look at it, it feels like it tells me that everything is fine. Like, it's just like a connection. There's a connection that I can feel on it. So from that day, I started to buy one, and I buy another one on my salary, and then it turned out this way. Like,
I know, it is so cute.
Notice that it's already lots of pandas at my back, at my house. Like, my whole house is surrounded by panda, and I'm so really happy with it. Like, waking up with lots of positivity, happiness, like stress-free. I'm just really happy watching them, and I'm good just staying here at my home, like not really going outside. As long as I have my pandas around me, then I'm fine. So yeah.
Well, there we go. I think, straight away the audience would probably go, what is she doing with all these pandas? So we got that out of the way. Now let's talk about what graphic design virtual assistants do. First of all, people misunderstand that virtual assistants can only do basic admin work, but you have proven, lady, that you can do a lot of things, including graphic design. So let's talk about some of the graphic works that you do for clients.
So basically, Miss Lynn, at first, I'm really, like, the first time I work at Outsourcing Angel is that I'm just really a general VA, not really that level of graphic designing, because as you can see, you knew that when I started working at you, I don't have much experience, right? But later on, I discovered about designing, and I really saw or found my purpose or passion in life. So graphic designing, Miss Lynn, is not really just a graphic designing. It's not like people will think it's easy. Like, people will think that I can do that, but actually not all people can do designs. Like, not all people have good eyes when it comes to designing.
Myself.
Yeah,
I am not that good.
Yeah, and then not all people have the same taste. So when I started to learn graphic designing, I thought it's easy also. Like, it's very easy. Like, you will just add shapes, colors, fonts, and etc. But I didn't know that there's pattern on it. So it's just like, when people tells me that graphic designing is just easy, it's just a normal talent of every people, that people can draw. People can draw, but people cannot draw a face, but you can draw a stick man. So it's like graphic designing. You can just, when you see it, you can tell to yourself it's easy. But when you perform on it, it's hard. So that's why graphic designing is a colorful part of life of a person, because once a designer, there's lots of imaginations. Like, a designer has a lot of imaginations, has a lot of ideas, and it's not really easy to be a designer, because first of all, you really need to ask your client one, etc. So that's why graphic designing is not all people can do it. Yeah. So that's why clients or people needs us to help them. you know, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and even as simple as Canva design. So you know Photoshop, you're a graphic designer by trade now, but even Canva being such an easy tool, I find it very time consuming that I'd rather have to do, right? So tell me if your help with Canva when you're helping with clients, like of course Photoshop not everyone can do, but with Canva it's also time consuming. So explain a little bit of the difference with the two tools that you use.
Well, in Canva there's already a prepared template, right? But once a client hired a graphic designer won't use the template that is already made in Canva. It's because the reason is that it's like a repeat template, may I say, like you use that template and the other party use that other template. So the client will see it in Instagram, for example. If you use one template in Canva, she will notice on the other Instagram platform there's the same design, right? So basically in Canva, Miss Lynn, for me as a designer, it's just our guide. Me as a designer, it's just our guide. Just in case we lost like ideas on a font to be used for a design, then we will go to Canva, because sometimes Canva has a lot of good fonts suggested that are free and no need to purchase. So that's the time that we go to Canva. And if we run out of ideas or design or in our heads, because sometimes it happens, we go to Canva to check some samples or how the Canva set the template, but we don't copy it. Like we don't totally copy the template, but instead we redesign it based on our taste or based on how it looks, how we can make it look better. So that's the difference, Ms. Lynn. Because Photoshop, you design your own template in scratch, while in Canva there's already ready-made templates there that you can just choose and drag and drop. But still, if once a graphic designer don't really use the templates that are really made in Canva is just a guide. Canva is just a guide. And then Canva is just for the clients who don't have graphic designer yet, who just wants to have a ready-made template. So
but you, like you said, you don't want to be using it completely, because then it's a template that's made for millions of other people.
Yes, true.
Now, give me examples of types of graphics that you have designed for people. Like I'm talking about, brochures.
I made Facebook covers for their Facebook, Instagram tiles post, what they call lead magnet, or the kind of ebook, or it is designs and business cards, print files, and etc. And there's lots of more designing, except only for website web designing, but all in print files, like business cards, referral cards, etc. Everything like Facebook covers, LinkedIn covers, YouTube covers, social media posts, like IG posts, IG highlights. That's my field, Leslie.
Yeah. And what type of clients have you worked with across how many years have you been with Outsourcing Angel now?
Oh, thank goodness. I'm almost 6 years. I'll be turning 6 years this August. I can't believe it.
Yeah. I mean, I love, I knew you had so much potential, because when you joined, you actually were already pretty smart. Like you come from a family with website designers and developers and all that. So you were already pretty savvy compared to real beginners. But I saw something in you, in that you were such eager to learn. You were like a sponge. You're like, anything, you give everything a go. And that's why I knew you were going to be one of those amazing VA that's still.
Thank you.
But yeah, so over the years that you've been with us now, what type of clients have you worked with? What industry?
I've been with beauty industry client, fashion industry client, wellness industry client, and also, is it safe to say kind of politics client, like political one, like you design a ad banner saying for the good or positivity of the world, news and etc. So that's the kind of industry that I've been in, and this fashion industry is the latest one, because I have a client that is fashion industry, so which is more challenging. And because I'm not just doing designs for her social media or for adding products on her website, but I'm actually doing a fashion illustrator, which is my very first time. And and I'm just so happy that my client is so supportive also. Like she wants me to learn on it also, like she's guiding me, and etc. So that's why this fashion industry is my latest one, which I can
talking about clients and making you happy, describe what is an ideal client for you. So for example, you just mentioned that she encouraged you to learn, or she teaches you, like describe all the things that a client can do to make a VA's job easier or happy.
Yeah, well, I'm really thank God, Miss Lynn, because God led me good clients. I mean, I'm really thankful to that because right now my clients are very, kind. They really support me and teach me to grow. Like, I have this one client who told me that not to rush things. Like, she wants me to take time, not no rushing things, right? So it's for me as a VA, I'm not pressured. Like, I have the time to analyze, to review, and everything. Like, I'm not rushing. I'm not checking time. Oh, what time is it? Like, am I working at 30 minutes now? No, not like that. My client told me, I don't want you to rush things. I want you to focus on it, review, and etc. So, and if ever I did mistake, they will tell me, they will correct me, and in that way, I can also correct myself, and then I won't do it on the next task that she will be give to me. So at least on that way, I able to learn and to realize something that, oh, this is right. Like, no need to rush. And then I have this client also that taught me that it's okay if you are not expert on that level, because you can learn on it. Like, she trusts me. Like, she really trusts me, and it's very big part of us as a VA that our client really trusted us, because once the client trusts us, once the client care for us, we care back. That's the most important, so that's why I'm really thankful that all my clients are really good. Like, they really help me a lot. Like, they give comment on my designs, and I appreciate it. They care for me, they trust me, and that's the kind of feeling that I'm really excited to work every day, because I love to give client updates like, hey, this is already done and etc. I did this, I did that. So in that way, I can explain it clearly, I can explain it well, of not having worry in my heart, like, what if she get disappointed because I finish it long and etc. So that's the most important way that a VA wanted to have a client, like a client that understand, trust us, and teach us if we got mistakes.
You're so lucky. It sounds like the clients need to be patient and
yes
like you're a human being.
Yes.
Now, obviously, you are a trustworthy person as well. So describe a few of the qualities that it takes for clients to actually trust in VA. Because at the end of the day, we always try to coach VAs and clients at the same time, because it's like two parties have to come to the table and both have to give the same effort and values, right?
Yes.
Because sometimes the client could try so much, but if a VA is not pulling their weight, it's not fair on the client too. So give me some examples. You already mentioned that you're proactive, like you would update in advance and stuff, right? Give some tips to, to maybe VAs might be watching this and want to learn, or clients would actually see that at least this is what I can expect from a VA too.
Well, the number one really, Miss Lynn, is that I've seen lots of VAs ignore this one, but this is really, really important. The daily report. Daily report and the timesheet. Because even the client will say that it's okay not to prepare a daily report, but at least prepare it on your end. Because sometimes there are times that client will ask, what did you work yesterday? And if you don't have, if you don't send daily reports, you can't recall everything what you did yesterday, right? So that's the most important thing, is the daily report, and the client will really appreciate it. Like, after the in shift, you will send it to your client and then tell them, hey, this is what I did today. Then they will appreciate it. Like, they will find, or they saw something that you work on, and that makes them calm. Second is that greet them every morning, like, not just good morning, good afternoon, not just like that, but like, ask them how are they, have they already had their coffee. Like, make them feel that you are not just a VA, you can be a friend too, like someone who they can talk, or not just in work, you can talk anything else, like what happened to the world. Like, you can talk about pandemic, political kind of topic, confidence, etc. You're not just like working, the both of you, but you make a relationship with your client that you can just talk to her, share, then she can share back to you, because it's really a good sign that, and also it can build friendship, not just a client and VA relationship. Just like us, Miss Lynn, right? When you come here, you are not like our boss, but you are our friend. We don't feel like you are our boss, so that's why we should robot following you like we will say, don't do that because Miss Lynn don't like it, but instead you will tell us, if you like that, then do it. It's something like you know, the kind of relationship. So that's the second step. And then the third step is that always tell your client how wonderful she is. Like for example, if there's an, like she did something on her end, like she could be proud, like she received rewards, it's her birthday, 6 months already with her, then send her a letter, you know, send her letter, e-cards, greet her that, hey, we're already 6 months and I'm happy that I'm your VA, or congratulate her, support her in every post that she did on Facebook, like share, you know, share, react on her profile picture, tell her that she's gorgeous, because it's really true, like, you know, because once a person set that on her Facebook as a profile picture, she feels beautiful on it, right? So that's the way that you could tell her also that she's beautiful. So that's the most of the tips that I could share to the VAs.
Yeah, I mean, those are really wonderful because you're going beyond your expectation as your job. Like, obviously, you got to deliver your work and you got to listen to their feedback and change. But you're giving tips around like going beyond your
like not just a work relationship. You can also be friends with your client, because if ever that the client will end the contract, at least you're still her friend, you're still friends, there's still connection with it, like you can still comment to their picture, you look beautiful, how are you, it's been, you know, something like that. So yeah, this is the more important, you know, just not like don't work like a robot.
Yeah, exactly. We want people to stop thinking a VA is just this robot,
true,
you know, person that just does the work. But that's because the VA also needs to lead by example, right? Not just like expect this, but also are not, you know, really putting effort in.
Yes,
now,
true.
I guess my other question is like, if someone is looking for a graphic designer VA, what would your recommendation for them be to, you know, what to look out for, how to interview, or like, when it comes to like picking the right graphic designer?
I think for me, it's just when they pick a graphic designer, it should be like a happy one or lots of energy, you know, a kind of person that has imagination. Like when interviewed, you will see it, how she talks, how she loves her design, how she is proud of it. Like she's not shy type, like less confidence, because, you know, as a graphic designer, you should be confident to yourself that I can help the client with the design problem, you know. So for me, if a client wants a graphic designer, you should show confidence to that client so that she will hire you, she will trust you, and she will, you know, just she has the guts that I have a graphic designer that is so confident that who could help me design. So that's the most important, not like, you know, the ones who are boring, because clients don't like that.
Come on, Alaila, you want someone like Alaila, right? I have my last question for you is, sometimes people misunderstand that hiring Filipino virtual assistants are like exploiting, you know, that you're just taking advantage of people in the Philippines, for example. What do you have to say about that?
You know, it's not true, because us Filipinos, we love our work, Miss Lynn. It's in our attitude that we really love our work. And the best part of a Filipino attitude is that we have our words. Like, we tell you honestly, we perform our work well, and if it's hard for us, we tell you. Maybe not all, but most of us are like that. Like, we are, you know, we are a happy person. You've seen us, like you've been with us, so you will see how happy we are, how positive we are, and we don't really think negative, especially in our work. Because what's the important thing for us is that we have work, our client love us, we love our work, we provide needs, or the important needs for our family, then it's fine. Like, it's already our happiness. Like, people will ask us, is your work boring because you're just at home? No, it's not. It's fun. It's really fun because you love what you do, and once you love what you do, it's fun all the way until it's end of the shift, and then tomorrow excited to work on because you love it. So that's what I could explain to that.
Or how about that they also think that you're not getting paid fairly because how do you get paid people so cheap over there?
Me as a Filipino, it's already big for us because we are paid by dollars. And dollars are converted times 2 here. So we are already happy for that. We can buy rice cooker, we can buy a lot of one sack of rice for our supply for the month. So when people say it's small, but for it's already big, because we are paid by dollars, and dollars here are so big.
Yeah, so you're doing a good thing by hiring VAs who are passionate in their job and they're getting paid well and they love their job. So thank you so
Yeah.
much, Alaila.
Thank you so much, Miss Lynn, for this time. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you'd like help to hire a VA for your business, I would love to invite you to book a free discovery call with us. We can help you answer all questions related to VAs and help you determine what tasks a VA can help you with. Thank you, and I'll see you again in the next video.